While Dakota Ditcheva teaches the flyweights the meaning of the word pain, the equally violent Cris Cyborg plies her trade in the featherweight division. And even though she's an aging legend, she's still as much of a powerhouse as ever. Of the two, who is truly the most lethal fighter?
Cris to throw that blitz and get you against the cage.
We all know about Cyborg's striking prowess. But she's also a very credible threat on top as well. Plus, her status as a long-time black belt in BJJ is always in play.
Get it right now, Mike. That is, she's slipping in. There's a lot of weight on top.
It is all over! Just like...
Dakota represents the new, but Cyborg represents the tried and tested. So for this video, we're taking a look at some key performances by both of them. This is Fighting is Art. Let's go. When Cris Cyborg met Cat Zingano at Bellator 300, it was a showdown that MMA fans had wanted to see for years. Zingano actually held a stoppage victory over the only fighter to ever beat Cyborg at the elite level, Amanda Nunes, which added some extra intrigue. You could tell that Cyborg was extra locked in for that exact reason, given that she'll likely never have a chance to avenge the Nunes loss.
Well, I always say that people can sit there and say whatever they want. The best part about fighting is eventually you get to get in the cage and punch him in the face.
Zingano tried to get the first big moment of the fight, but Cyborg reversed her easily.
Inside low kick by Zingano as she looks for the takedown and then gets caught.
Even as she approached 40 years old, Cyborg's intimidation factor never left her.
We talk about all the time that Cris used to be what we call a berserker. She would hurt someone and just go, guns blazing.
You gotta respect Zingano for trying, but it was not going well.
Hurt someone just go, guns blazing at him, be open for counter shot. Now you're gonna actually hear her corner. They're gonna yell at her blue head.
Cat's attempts to get physical with Justino were just not working.
From Zingano, using it to set up, trying to get the fight to the ground. Instead, she's a knee from Cyborg.
If one thing was clear, this was not going as Zingano expected.
Zingano's hands are lower, her face is exposed.
Eventually, Cyborg's moment came, a quick and definitive stoppage.
This body kick by the challenger, level change, and Cyborg ends up on top, ground and pound, hammer fist from the champion. It's over, Cris Cyborg.
This wasn't a fight, it was a one-sided massacre.
Wrestling, nice kick up high by Cat. She goes for the takedown off of it, doesn't happen, and this is where Cris just finishes her off. She cannot stop anything Cris is doing.
Jenna Bishop certainly came into this fight looking confident, totally unaware of what was ahead of her. The winner of this bout would be the one to face Santos for the undisputed title, making this the biggest fight of either of their careers.
Santos watching on with great interest. She will face the winner of this fight for a $1 million women's flyweight championship.
Little did Bishop know that she was stepping in there with one of the best fighters in the sport, period.
$1 million women's flyweight championship. Ditcheva in the black, Jenna Bishop in the blue.
Ditcheva knew she didn't need to rush this. Once that cage door closed, Jenna was truly doomed out there.
It's her favorite target, and in recent fights has led to her victory.
However, we did get to see some competitive action at first. The question was how long Bishop could sustain it.
Punched her way into that deep double leg, picked her up by the back of the thighs and flared her to the mat.
Dakota was able to regain her momentum pretty quickly.
She set up a triangle, but I don't think she's going to get that on Jenna Bishop. Her leg was between the legs.
Once the wrestling threat was effectively dealt with, there was virtually no hope of survival for Bishop.
We had Dakota in the parlay, and also we threw a little sprinkle on my TKO or KO. I will tell you, the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
Ditcheva had her eyes on that title shot, And a fighter like Bishop was never going to be allowed to stand in her way.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it.
Once this became a striking affair, Bishop was out of options.
Finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubter.
She had now very clearly proven that she could deal with the wrestling threat.
I think there's a big knee right up the middle into the knee, and then the second one right on the chin. That puts Bishop on her back. Dakota makes her stand.
This was another step in the right direction for this insanely talented prospect, and one step closer to her rightful position as champ.
Wades her way in, a teep, and then a straight right hand that puts Bishop back on the ground. The referee's seen enough.
Larissa Pacheco was the only fighter to ever defeat Kayla Harrison, and for that reason, she represented a real challenge for Cyborg. Cyborg knew she needed to use every part of her MMA skill set to get the win here.
Pacheco into the smart cage right in front of our broadcast position. Starts to work the legs.
Considering her age, the speed of her takedowns is still astonishing.
Blood leaking from, I think, the ear of Larissa Pacheco, maybe a burst cauliflower.
I don't know, it might be
Beautiful double.
What a level change.
And when Pacheco battled her way back up to her feet, Cyborg made sure to punish her for it.
big kick.
How did she take that?
Pacheco just ate it.
Wow.
Trapped up against the cage with Cyborg is truly the last place Pacheco wanted to be.
Measured and controlled in her breathing. Oh, nasty left hand snuck over the top for Cyborg.
Cyborg once again used Pacheco's offense as the perfect time to shoot a takedown. But this time, Larissa expected it, attempting to lock in a guillotine counter.
Larissa Pacheco, she will literally and figuratively smell blood in the water.
Oh,
there's a guillotine!
Another
looks
beautiful
tight.
takedown.
It took about a minute, but eventually Cyborg slipped free.
Tell you what, this is a real threat, and now the head is out for Cris Cyborg.
A competitive round, but a successful one for Cris. After an intriguing round one, the question now was what both women would change. Pacheco did not seem to be intimidated by the idea of walking Cyborg down.
Someone just bite down on their mouth guard and walk towards Cyborg like she is doing.
And that's making those takedowns that much more effective. She's slipping.
These women were truly going back and forth.
With her chin, she just ate that leg kick, and Cyborg had that really clean, explosive takedown. Ooh, leg kick!
Anyone who thought this would be a walk in the park was sorely mistaken.
Pacheco with this pressure.
Oh, that was a good back fist.
Beautiful back fist.
Right hand.
Cyborg would need to rely on every bit of her experience in order to see this one through.
Oh, now Cyborg's starting to wipe at that blood as well. Another beautiful takedown, though.
Pacheco's got to start aiming for Cyborg's chest and stop trying to hit her in the head.
Pacheco was already proving herself to be a lot tougher than expected.
Pause to question the urgency in her approach to fights.
Pacheco's doing the right thing, trying to move towards that underhook, but Cyborg opens up with strikes. And now she, nasty.
Nice attack from the bottom there.
And she was fighting with no fear, which most Cyborg opponents totally fail to do.
Oh, nice right hand.
Good right hand from Pacheco on the
Going into round 3, it was anyone's fight to win.
5 here between Cris Cyborg and Larissa Pacheco in our co-main event.
Pacheco even earned a surprising bump in the mental warfare department early on.
She wants the striking exchange.
This is interesting that Cyborg's hanging back here against some hollow.
She continued to show that she was totally willing to pile on the pressure here. A huge moment for Pacheco came next, where she caught a kick and then landed cleanly on Cyborg when she was off balanced.
Used it against Kaleshnik really, really well. In and out of range, pat, pat, and then she's gone. Oh!
Caught a kick and drove a right hand straight into the chin of Cris Cyborg. And now
This is not a position we're very used to seeing Cyborg in.
Get some posture, trying to figure out how to land some significant damage from this top position.
And Pacheco was pretty confidently winning this round.
shots.
Best round yet for Larissa Pacheco.
Something would need to change for Cyborg. That much was clear.
Into the championship rounds. Another nasty elbow from Larissa.
Momentum was now very clearly on Pacheco's side, and she kicked off round 4 with that same swagger.
Patient approach again here from Larissa Pacheco. That was a nasty leg kick.
That calf kick's done damage. Look at how Cyborg's moving on that knee.
But underestimating Cyborg can be a truly fatal mistake.
That this fight is going. Like, she walked back to her corner with a smile on her face and... Oh!
She missed the knee and ate a combination for her efforts.
These two were very clearly quite comfortable trading with each other in the pocket.
Another nasty flash. This time Pacheco has to retreat slightly. Beautiful right hand.
Then out of nowhere, Cyborg reminded us all exactly what she could do.
Time 2 division PFL champion. Oh! Good overhand right there from Cyborg.
That was a solid right hand.
This was a real back-and-forth showdown.
Meaningful strikes in pretty much every position and every situation in this fight. Oh, nasty right again.
She catches that right kick every single time.
A closer round, but one you could definitely score for Cris Cyborg, thanks to her big moments.
10 more seconds. Takedown attempt from Cyborg, shrugged off. Oh! Good high kick attempt to finish it.
Against all odds, it came down to the 5th and final round. Could Pacheco upset the odds and mark a new era at 145 pounds? Only time would tell. These two warriors took a moment to feel each other out at first.
That lead leg. Pacheco jammed that kick into the calf, into the outside of the knee. Man, I'd love to be able to get inside the fighters' heads and try and figure out how they're...
The fact that Larissa was almost like a younger Cyborg was not missed by those watching.
Oh!
Look at that. I kept belaboring the point that there's so many stylistic similarities.
The fact that Pacheco was still here and fighting hard in round 5 was truly impressive.
I'm wondering if it's like the fireman's carry or something. I'm just trying to figure out what that might be, but I feel like it's probably going to be something...
But Cyborg once again showed that she was the one who was capable of having the bigger moments.
Drive through.
Yeah, that could be it. Oh,
good combination
nice right
again.
hand. Wow.
But look, Cyborg comes roaring back. And now Larissa Pacheco.
Is she good here?
Coming down the final stretch, fatigue was very clearly starting to set in, and yet Cyborg kept on pushing.
Oh!
Maybe that's the fire truck.
Then, in the last minute, the experience of Cyborg came to the fore once again.
Just about 10 seconds ago. Nice takedown.
Rolls through onto an ankle, maybe.
The fans knew to expect something wild in the final exchanges.
Some wildness. Yeah, of course
yes,
we are.
Both women landed there.
And sure enough, they capped it off like true warriors. But only one woman could take home the belt.
They'll swing away to the final bell here. What a fight in our co-main event here.
It was close, but even with her advancing age, Cris Cyborg was still the best featherweight on the planet.
And now the PFL Super Fights Women's Featherweight World Champion, Cris Cyborg!
Taylor Santos had already been in there with the great Valentina Shevchenko and given her a pretty tough fight. But she was about to learn that Dakota Ditcheva wasn't just ready for the $1 million championship, she was arguably good enough to be a champ in the UFC too. There was some real competitive tension between these two women coming into this fight.
Charge Keith Peterson.
Touch gloves if you like.
Would the experience advantage held by Santos be a major factor in this fight? Dakota certainly didn't seem uncomfortable.
2 fights, 11 knockouts, 1 submission. Starts with a leg kick.
Dakota's leg kicks have always been a crucial weapon at her disposal.
I'm interested to see if Santos is going to try and draw Dakota in before she tries to take down. Wow.
Ditcheva got a little hectic with her offense, giving Santos an opening for a takedown attempt.
Santos has to be very careful about reaching down.
She's already got on the fence.
That's right, man.
There's a frame with the hand. Santos is trying to get that.
But despite being known for her kickboxing, Dakota had a few surprises up her sleeve.
Now has an opportunity with these double underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job by Ditcheva to turn it around.
Now she knew she could deal with the wrestling threat, something that clearly lifted her spirits moving forward.
Santos is biting on that jab feint. She needs to be careful. That left hook's coming around the side.
Santos knew she couldn't engage too heavily too early on, and that caution was her best route to victory.
Capitulating on that takedown, Tyler Santos.
Good hand control by Ditcheva, making it difficult.
But Dakota was not going to give her any time off.
Nice job.
Strips the grip, spinning elbow off the fence. And again, she's got Santos biting on those feints really well.
Ditcheva just looked like she was running a different level of software here.
Repertoire here in round one. Under 1 minute now in this first frame. And a flurry from Ditcheva.
And by the end of round one, the momentum was already fully in her favor.
In this first round.
Round two would need to be a decisive round for Taylor, that's for sure.
Second round of a possible 5 for a women's flyweight championship here in our 2024 PFL season. Dakota Ditcheva.
Santos was barely 5 minutes into the bout, and she was already letting her title chances slip.
Blue, Tyler Santos, a one-time UFC title challenger in the black. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture here beside the PFL Smart Cage. Last chance.
She was losing every notable battle, starting with the footwork and ending with everything else.
Black Friday mega sale, up to 8% off site-wide. Claim $170 swag bundle for free.
Ditcheva was already lining up the perfect knockout sequence. Taylor just didn't know it yet.
Claim $170 swag bundle for free. Stock up on everything you need to kickstart your new year.
Man, what a knee to the body that was.
2 big knees up the middle.
Desperation was clearly starting to set in.
She's going to have to turn to her right to spin and get that wrist free. There we go, beautiful spin.
Ditcheva, at the best of times, resembles a sniper in the cage.
She doesn't always throw. Sometimes she steps and has a little look. Sees where the gaps are. She's a very observant fighter in that regard.
All Santos could do was shoot in vain, looking to delay the inevitable.
That wrist control, cross-body wrist control here. Santos trying to get head position. Dakota.
But Dakota wasn't letting her get off scot-free either.
She sneaks out of the sideline.
Nice elbow inside. That elbow caught her right in the nose.
Ditcheva knew that she could find the finish in this round, sooner than anyone thought.
Caught her right in the nose.
Push kick to the face from Dakota Ditcheva.
Santos is hurt.
Elbow coming in from Ditcheva. There's a
Santos is hurt.
Watch as her killer instincts come into play, how her confidence in every strike thrown begins to skyrocket.
aggressive style you're talking about. Ditcheva smelling blood. Perhaps literally as it's coming from.
She's like a shark circling her prey, and they have nowhere to hide.
That's not yet.
Nice elbows. Beautiful inside elbows. There's that knee up the
She didn't just win. She went out there and made a fighter who was once a very credible threat to the UFC champion look like a total novice.
Santos is in big trouble.
Finally, Ditcheva had earned the right to call herself one of the best in the world, and it was a very fitting sight, make no mistake.
Dangerous! Dakota Ditcheva!
But between these two women's MMA powerhouses, who do you think is the most important to the sport? Let us know in the comments below.